Welcome, everyone. Goodness sakes. How are you doing this beautiful Wednesday? Hello. I'm so excited to be here. A lot going on, and I'm so excited to be talking about the subject that I am. This is probably one of the one of my most favorite topics. I talk about it a lot because of how important it truly is. There isn't a day that doesn't go by that I don't speak with someone about their pup and their own health issues, mind you, and scratching, allergies, you name it. And it all goes back to this. I bet you're wondering, right? So I am Creatively Lisa, and I'm high vibing in from Long Beach, California. And today we are going to discuss your home, your pup, and this shocking truth. So, is your home a hidden danger zone for your pup? This truth will shock you. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for showing up. It's so great to see you. I am also going to put this out there because I want you guys to know I have a Facebook group, and I am going to be doing most of my lives moving forward in the group on Facebook. I will post it after this video is over with, the link, but the name of the group on Facebook is the High Vibe Dog. High Vibe Dog. And that's where I'm going to be doing my lives moving forward. I will come on here sporadically on all the other platforms just so that you guys know that I'm here and get you into the group, because that's where a lot of the content's going to be. I've got a lot of resources in there, and I'm building a high vibe community for dog mamas, and a way that we can all support each other and share what we know, holistic tips, and just everything, basically. So that's where it's going to be at, High Vibe Dog. But let's get started, shall we? This is something that is so close to my heart. It was a wake-up call for me when I dealt with this exact same issue. And I am now, it completely transformed how I actually care for my pups, how I took care of Thule, and what I used and what I trusted and what I knew. I had no idea about non-toxic products. And then when I started learning, I trusted what I found as well, and wondered why there were still problems. Why is there still issues? What's actually going on? And we trust these products to take care of us, but are they really? That's the question. And 9 out of 10 times, they're not. Between household cleaners, floor cleaners, toilet cleaners, laundry soap, air fresheners, and this one's even more important, your pup shampoo. The shampoo that you're actually using on your pup. They all, every single one of them, could be silently harming the health and well-being of your pup and you. And there's a way that we can shift out of it. It's not about guilt. It's not about shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now that you know, it's about empowerment. Because once you know better, you can do better. And I'm here to help you make that shift. And so let's get started, shall we? So the first thing I want to talk about is the painful truth about toxic products. I'm going to go over some things, some problems that they cause, and then I'm going to go over some actual ingredients in the products and the products themselves, names and everything. So get a pen, get a piece of paper, and let's get to it, shall we? So allergies and irritation. That's what we're going to discuss first. So your dog, I remember this with Thule, and I remembered it with Joey. He had it horribly bad. constantly scratching, licking at their paws, dealing with rashes on their body. Do you struggle with that? Or should I say, does your pup struggle with that? You yourself could be struggling with allergies or skin irritations and itching a lot as well. It's not always the food, although that is something that I look at so closely, but only after will I look at the food, after I make sure that the home is non-toxic. Once the home is completely non-toxic and there's nothing in the products, then I go to the food, because most of the time it's the environment that the animal's in and you. And what happens over time is it's toxic buildup. One ingredient isn't going to cause a problem. It's when you build up over time, one after another, that's when your body gets inundated. And we're bigger. Their bodies are much smaller. Even a large dog, their bodies are a lot smaller. So their liver takes a lot more. And so does cats. They're even worse. Cats are 21 times more toxic than humans. Dogs are 8 times more toxic because of the environment. Inside and outside. But we're up away from it and we're not touching it typically, mostly. They are, and they're licking it and they're in it all the time. Cats are in it most. So these are so important. It could be the cleaning sprays that you're currently using on your floors, room sprays, countertop sprays, the detergent that you're using in their bedding. Mainstream products contain phthalates and synthetic fragrances and dyes. I don't know why, but they feel the need to. And all of these are major irritants to pups and to us, especially if they're sensitive, even more so. For instance, let's go over the toxic brands to actually watch for. And these are popular detergents. Tide and Gain, and even baby-safe brands like Dreft are packed full of synthetic fragrances that can wreak havoc on their sensitive little systems. Swap out these detergents for something that is pet safe, and don't just read the label and trust that that's the case. Fragrance-free, and an option like I use, which is Thieves. It's amazing. And they're more gentle, they're plant-based, and they're completely free of harmful chemicals. Think about, for instance, air fresheners and wall plug-ins and spray. These all release VOCs, volatile organic compounds, into the air. This causes massive allergies as well. For us, it causes horrible headaches, migraines even, allergies. But for the pup, who's actually breathing all of that in at a much closer to the ground, it can trigger coughing, wheezing, even long-term respiratory issues. Horrendous. And these brands that are famous for this are Febreze, Glade, Airwick are all 3 major offenders. Even some of the natural brands like Mrs. Meyer's and Method contain synthetic fragrances. Yes, they're not clean anymore, and that's because companies bought them out. And that's on another video, and I'm doing a post later on this week that goes over just that. Again, here's another tip, an exact swap out. Replace artificial air fresheners and room sprays with essential oils and a diffuser. That's going to be much more peaceful in the environment, completely non-toxic, depending on the oils. And oils like lavender or lemon can make the home smell amazing and support calmness with both you and your pup. And there are blends that you can actually make. For instance, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Those 3 mixed together makes a wonderful anti-allergy blend. So it helps prevent allergies. And if you have them, it'll help lessen them. So that's something that you can really look at as well. Now, we've talked about allergies and irritation. We've talked about respiratory issues. Here's a big one. hormone imbalances. And that is also so important for both us and our fur babies. Now, I'm going to get my list out because I don't want to miss anything. So, get the words out. So, many products, even the ones with the green labels, and I'll go through those as well. Again, I've done it in other lives, I've done it in other videos, and I have a post coming out later this week that goes over even more of them. But these brands are very deceptive. Now, most of these contain endocrine disruptors like parabens, triclosan. These chemicals wreak havoc and make a mess of your hormones and our pups' hormones as well, leading to behavioral changes in them, weight problems, and long-term health risks for both of you. Fluctuating hormones is not serving you. And so these types of products can cause massive, massive problems. So staying away from any product that has these ingredients in it is important. Now, deceptive green brands, let's go over those. 7th generation and Greenworks often appear to be eco-friendly, but they are absolutely not. They have synthetic chemicals in them that absolutely disrupt your hormones. They also have synthetic fragrance in them as well. They used to not, but when they were bought out by mainstream products, the ingredients got much, much cheaper. And they care more about their wallets than they care about you and your pup. And that's not okay with me. So a tip for this one is to ditch these products and actually look closely at the ingredients and find all the ingredients that are hard to pronounce and way long. You'll be able to tell pretty quickly, way long, and they're very hard to pronounce. Look at these lists. Look for USDA certified organic or DIY alternatives, like make your own. You can make your own with vinegar, baking soda, and essential oils. I use a product that I just make it all. And then I add the oils into it to give it even a bigger boost. So not only is it you name it, antibacterial, antifungal, very good for the environment. It boosts my immune system, and I add the oils to mix in with it as well. But these are very easy that you can make. And I have recipes on all of this also. Now, I have an ebook called The Positive Choice. If you'd like it, just put it in the comments, ebook, and I will send it to you. So that's something that is awesome. And now the more I'm learning about all of this, I'm going to come out with a new version of it soon enough because I have a lot of new stuff to add to it. But right now, at least get the one that I have, and that will get you started. It'll also give you names of ingredients and stuff to look for so you know what's in your cabinet and you know what to start throwing away and swapping out. Okay? Now, long-term health risks is another major concern from these types of products. And this is the hardest one to talk about because most people don't put 2 and 2 together. Doctors certainly don't. Vets absolutely don't. And they don't even ask you these questions, which to me is just mind-boggling, to say the least. But the more you're using these chemicals, the more you're exposing yourself and your animals to these harsh problems, these harsh risks. Chronic exposure to toxins has been linked to several issues like liver damage, kidney failure, and here's the big one, cancer. Cancer, yes. Over 50% of dogs over the age of 10 develop cancer. Why? It's because these chemicals have been built up in their system over time, slowly taking its toll quietly until, boom, they've got cancer. When preventative all along is a much better way to go. It will save your heart and it will save their bodies. And to me, that is most important. That's paramount. So many of which of all of these different cancers that our pups are having, they are linked to environmental toxins. We get enough of that outside. We don't need it inside as well. So let me go over them one more time. just to recap, so the painful truth about toxic products: they cause allergies and irritation, they cause respiratory issues, they cause hormone imbalances, and long-term health risks. Yes. And if you'd like me to break this down even more so on another video and be much more specific, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Let me know, and I will go much, much deeper on this. I think we got to know about this, and we need to take care of it. I hear so many. I think because this is something that I'm constantly focusing on, I think everybody knows about it, and they don't, and they need to. So, I did not go over some more toxic brands to be aware of when it comes to long-term health risks. And those brands are multi-purpose cleaners like Clorox. All Lysol products and all Clorox products are horrendous. And here's one for you. And people are even using this one on animals. And it's so toxic. And it's dish soap, Dawn. These contain ingredients that build up in your pet system over time. And that's where all these problems come from. So why is it blue? Doesn't need to be. What's in it besides fragrance? All kinds of bad stuff. Keep it away from your pets. Keep it away from yourself. Okay? So now let's go into some holistic solutions, shall we? We've gone over the bad, but we kind of got to fix it. We got to replace it with some good stuff. So let's do that. With a few simple swaps, the good news is it doesn't take a whole massive overhaul of everything. Start by making simple little small changes and shifts. A few small simple shifts and swaps will make a huge impact in your pup's health, happiness, and yours. And you will feel so much better knowing that you're taking care of your pup and you're not making them sicker, which is, I think, the most important thing for me anyway. So let's go over these amazing things that can happen. But I also want to tell you this. When you are starting this, it might seem, overwhelming. And I know this because I'm dealing with it when it comes to food. I'm doing the same thing with my own self. Things I don't know, ingredients I don't know, things I thought were safe aren't. It's not that difficult. And I'm learning this on myself. Start with one thing. Start with the most impactful in your home, the most impactful cleaner in your home, and get rid of it and change it out. Then go room by room by room. What's in this room? Okay, these. Gone. Bring in new. And what you will find, or what I have found is that I buy like 4 or 5 things that cover the entire house. I don't have to have separate stuff for the bathroom and separate stuff for the kitchen and separate stuff for the rest of the house and the cabinets and everything. All of this out of 5 simple things. 5 simple things? 4 simple things. Not bad. And most of the cleaners can be used or multi-purpose. So you can actually use, many of these cleaners are much more cost effective, and you're going to be able to use it throughout your own home versus one for here and one for here and one for here. That's not serving anybody. All right, so keep that in mind. So the benefits of a holistic home: it will improve your skin and their coat. Fewer irritants equals less scratching, licking, and for us, dandruff, actually for both them and us, less dandruff and dry skin. So that's going to make a huge difference. It's going to be impactful for your air and your environment. The clean air, toxin-free environment means easier breathing for both you and your pup. And here's a bonus: the more clean and non-toxic the environment is, it actually raises the vibration in your home. So you just feel better. That's pretty awesome too. It's going to balance your health a lot more. And so your hormones aren't going to be all over the place and coughing. And natural products are going to support your hormone balance and long-term wellness 100%. And then what is most important, I think, was the peace of mind knowing that your home is safe and it's not harming your pup. That's one thing I was always conscious of. Is everything okay? Make sure I'm not doing anything that's causing her any harm whatsoever. And we all do that. We all want to make sure the last thing I ever wanted, and I know it's the last thing you ever want to do, is cause harm to your pup. It starts with cleaning out all the toxins in your home and giving them a safer environment. And in turn, it gives you peace of mind, pride, and confidence. It's a much, much better feeling. Trust me. So, what are some action tips that you can do today, right now, to start this? Well, I'll tell you. Number one, ditch the toxins in your cleaning routine 100%. Start going through one by one, looking at the cleaners that you're using, look at the ingredients that you're using, and start going, make it a decision. Wow, this isn't good for me. I need to get rid of it. Gone. What's next on the list? Have a list. In my Positive Choice ebook, I have a little sheet that you can print out, and you can take it and go through the house and check everything off that you're currently using and what you need to swap out, and start that list. Because the sooner you begin, the better you're going to feel. So you can do what I did. Start with my cleaner. I'm happy to help you with that as well. And one bottle replaces every toxic cleaner in your home, from glass sprays to floor mopping to you name it, everything, toilets, bathrooms, and all. And if not, that's fine too. Find something that is truly toxin-free. Water, a little vinegar, a little lavender oil. There's many things out there that you can use. 2 is upgrade your dog's grooming products. Go look at the ingredients of what you're currently using. And if you're taking your dog in and having them groomed, don't just let the groomer use whatever they use. 9 out of 10 times, it's very cheap and inexpensive, and they're not looking at the ingredients. And there's a ton of perfume and fragrance in them, and it's toxic. So upgrade those products. Look at the backs of it. Are they loaded with sulfates, artificial dyes? Are they filled with sodium lauryl sulfate? Or are they completely clean? And that's a hard one to find. I ran out of my dog shampoo specifically, and I had to run to the store and get some. And I had the hardest time finding any dog shampoo, any of them that did not have fragrance and that did not have, even the eco ones, that did not have sodium lauryl sulfate. I only found one. And eco something or other. And it was only one of those. They had like 10 different ones, and only one didn't. Most of them had it. So be very conscious and focused on what you're currently using. Be very, careful with that. I use animal scent shampoo. It's amazing, especially formulated to actually clean the animal without stripping the dog of everything. Now, you also, number 3 is you want to be very conscious of their toys and their bedding. What kind of bed is it? Is it outgassing? What's the fabric made of? Are they breathing that in? Is it an organic bed that they sleep in? Are there toys? What are their toys made of? Be very conscious of the materials that the toys are made of, especially if they're chewing them and they're sleeping with them and around them. That is all going to come back if they're not completely organic or more natural materials. Be very conscious of the toys, plastics in the toys. Synthetic bedding is very irritating. Opt for toys made of natural rubber and organic cotton blankets and stuff like that. That will make a difference. These little shifts now will save you days, months, weeks, years of heartache down the road. And it'll save you an extreme amount of money because you will not have to be taking them to the vet 24/7. And It broke my heart. I'm sure you've heard my story with my boy. It broke my heart that he was so sick and in such pain, and I couldn't do a damn thing about it. I didn't know at the time. Never again. Never again. So I invite you to find one thing that you're going to swap out today and take action. And post in the comments what that one thing is, because it will change your life, and I guarantee you it will change your pup's life too. Every day I miss my girl and would have loved to have had one more day with her. And I know that you are so grateful for all the wonderful experiences you have with your pup. And you want many more to come. So the better they feel, the better you feel, the better we feel, the more fun times that we can have and the more memories that we can make. And that's what it's all about. So let me know what your one thing is going to be that you're going to swap out. And if you want my guide, then just write, what did I say? Positive in the comments. Positive choice guide. Write positive in the comments. And PAW, Paul. And I will get that right over to you. And join the group. It's called the High Vibe Dog Group. And I can send you the link if you want it. But just go to Facebook and you'll find it pretty easily, and we'll get you in the group. So there's all sorts of wonderful things in there. So our dog depend on us to make loving, informed, healthy choices every single day. Let's step up to that, because that's a wonderful gift that you get to do. You get to care for this beautiful being. So let's help them, and let's create a happier, healthier, more high vibrational life for ourselves and our beautiful fur babies. Thank you so much for joining me today. So grateful for you being here. And remember to always create something magnificent and make that positive shift. And I will see you on the next live. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.